Hi guys, Anthony here back again with another video, and today I have something special to talk about with you guys. Stay tuned. Before we get into today's video, if you like to watch guitar covers and guitar reviews, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. I would really appreciate it. Now, let's get into today's video. Today, I wanted to share something personal with you guys and talk about it. Many of you may not know this about me, but I struggle with a high-functioning autism disorder called Asperger's syndrome. The reason I'm telling you this is for 3 reasons. Number 1, it's Autism Awareness Month. Number 2, I get a lot of comments and questions on why I don't look like I'm having fun or why I don't feel my music when I play guitar. Number 3, I want to tell you guys what it's like to be a metal guitarist on the autism spectrum, as it's helped me cope with many of my own symptoms. So it all started in elementary school when I was being bullied for being different. I knew there was something different about me from the start because I was always referred to as the weird kid growing up, and it was really hard to make friends growing up as I was diagnosed at the age of 5. In 4th grade, after a bad day at school, my parents decided to confide in me that evening. That was when I found out that I did have high-functioning autism. When I found out that I had what I had, I honestly didn't know what to think, but it did make perfect sense why I couldn't comprehend people socially. Moving on, in 5th grade, I started playing guitar after being inspired by both Metallica and Joe Satriani. When I first discovered Joe Satriani, it was discovered when my dad had his collection of rock CDs, and I would go through them as he passed a lot of them down to me, and that album was Surfing with the Alien. That album played a huge role in where I am now because of it. When I first heard metal music, however, it was the perfect escape for me to feel acceptance somewhere, as I realized I wasn't alone after all. During my discovery, I eventually developed a strong passion for metal guitar, as it led me to using my autism to its advantage. With Asperger's being the mildest form of autism, there are many great benefits that play a role in how I approach the instrument. Because my brain is wired differently, it allows me to solve the fretboard like a puzzle, have great attention to detail, and it allows me to obsess to the point where I gain as much knowledge as I can about the instrument. Every time I see the fretboard, it's like a game of connect the dots. I like figuring out what intervals work under a certain chord progression, and I also like figuring out what scale degrees work to create a harmony. This was made easy for me after being influenced by John Petrucci. My autism allowed me to see what key he was playing in and be able to copy and paste to where I can incorporate that into my own lead playing. For example, in the song The Looking Glass by Dream Theater, I was always memorized by this lick. And my Asperger's helped me comprehend how to use it in a different key. I'm not sure exactly with that shape of the first lick, what that is called exactly, or if it's based on some sort of arpeggio or some sort of chord, but I eventually figured out that we were in F sharp minor because this, connects to the basic pentatonic blocks that we all learn as guitar players in the beginning of playing. So as you can see, I really learned the fretboard as a puzzle, and the more I obsess over it, the more I train my brain with repetition to incorporate into my own playing, as you can see through the example. So being able to hyper-focus and be able to get something under your fingertips is something that really helped me cope with a lot of my symptoms and find the passion that I am doing today. Unfortunately though, based on my experience, despite the fact that there are many benefits, there are a lot of negatives on what it's like to be an autistic guitarist. The first negative being that I find it very hard to express and show facial expressions while I'm playing my guitar. I'm not sure the reason why I don't really show facial expressions or look like I'm having fun, but it's one of those things where I have so much attention to detail, and I'm in my own little world that I must not think about it. And that's probably why it's so hard for me. But the reason I say this is because, and I'm mentioning this is because I get a lot of people, or have gotten a lot of people saying to me, hey, why don't you look like you're having fun in your videos? But the reality is I'm actually having a lot of fun playing in my videos. I just don't look like it. But, you know, it does kind of send the wrong message, but at the same time, you know, I'm just being me, and I'm cool with that. The second negative is I have pretty bad performance anxiety. Whenever I play at home, I'm in my own sanctuary, and I'm at peace. Like, I love playing my guitar. I love, you know, just having even my headphones in and just hearing myself play. I get to work on many things, and it's inspiring. However, whenever I press record on my phone, camera, or whenever I even have just one person watching me, whether it's a family member, friend, coworker, you know, jam buddy, you name it, my performance anxiety goes completely over the roof to where I literally tense up and I feel like I can't play as good as I normally do. Again, I'm sure this is common amongst those who are neurotypical as well, but I also feel like it's more common on those on the spectrum. I think the reason being that a lot of us don't like being put on the spot, and a lot of us are very passionate, so we tend to become perfectionists at our craft, so that's why I'm putting this as a con for me. Made it to the final con on my list, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is probably the hardest pill to swallow as an autistic guitarist, but it is very hard to work in a group session with other musicians sometimes. It's not because I don't like to collaborate with other musicians in person. I love to collaborate. I love to, you know, see what other musicians can bring to the table together with me. The main reason is because I don't pick up on many social cues like sarcasm, irony, a lot of metaphors, and reading other people. Plus, it's very difficult for me to make eye contact, if I haven't mentioned earlier, because of my autism, so that explains a lot. So overall, based on my story, I would totally say that the pros of being an autistic guitarist easily outweigh the cons. Not that the cons don't affect us from time to time, but I feel like the cons are pretty minimal when it comes to music, with being on the spectrum, but I have to say that the pros have definitely helped me overcome many of my symptoms, and the pros have helped me become an overall better musician and a very dedicated musician. The reason being because I feel very accepted in both the guitar and the metal community. To be honest with you guys, if there was a cure to get rid of my autism, I don't think I would ever take it. The reason being is because I am who I am because of it, and the pros have helped me find my passion and get so far doing it, doing what I love, that I have this great opportunity to share this moment and share it with you guys. If I didn't have this, and I never had to experience this mountain in my life, I don't know where I would be in my life right now. And honestly, as much as some of the cons may suck, I'm happy with where I'm at now, and I'm incredibly grateful for the individual that I am, and the many great people that I've met in my life that have supported me along this way, including you guys. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, click the subscribe down below, hit that notification bell. I'm Anthony DeFilio, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.